all the doubters, to those who don't believe, this is the hour. You'll see that we'll make ladders out of obstacles and stepping stones from roadblocks. Slip over the lines that say we won't cross, but your canyons like they're nothing. They won't see us coming. Scale all of the walls they built to hold us. We may be invisible, but we'll be unmistakable. We may be invisible. They may be blind to me, just wait and see. Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. Don't let them rain on your spark. Keep it close to your heart. All of the pressure's gonna drive you crazy. Close your eyes to the madness. In the morning it's all gonna vanish. Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you.
Yeah, when I blow up, I'ma soar high like Peter Pan. In real life, be living out my dreams. If I'm waking up, it's in a foreign land. Whole wrist covered up in ice. Dealership, never ask the price. I hit the mall and ball with my dogs. Yeah, I swiped it once without thinking twice. Cause this what I was made for. Man, I know this what I came for. On a big stage, couple thousand people, and they do whatever I say so. Have chicks that color of the rainbow. Yeah, chains on me like Django. Be a long way from my tank low. Cause my Tesla charged for them bank rolls. And I'm grinding, money on my mind, and I'm headed to the top. I won't stop until I find it. Write my name in diamonds, but all these lights are blinding. I wonder, is it worth it? Feel like I'm losing my mind. Yeah, remind me.
Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. Don't let them rain on your spark. Keep it close to your heart. All of the pressure's gonna drive you crazy. Close your eyes to the madness. In the morning it's all gonna vanish. Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid.
Look, since I blew up, everybody telling me that I'm the man. Same people gave me the finger, they reaching out for me to give a hand. In a different city and my pills came, cause this tour don't happen, I feel pain. And the girl with me say she down for life, but she don't even know what's my real name. Just try to get what she came for, and ain't nothing I got safe though. Cause when the money go wild, everybody get a piece, but it's looking like I ain't on the payroll. Got a big house made out of Play-Doh, and a plastic crown for my halo. But still a long way from my tank low, cause my Tesla charged for them bank rolls. And I'm grinding, money on my mind, and I'm headed to the top. I won't stop until I find it. Write my name in diamonds, but all these lights are blinding. I wonder, is it worth it? Feel like I'm losing my mind. Yeah, remind me.
Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. Don't let them rain on your spark. Keep it close to your heart. All of the pressure's gonna drive you crazy. Close your eyes to the madness. In the morning it's all gonna vanish. Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you.
Hey, hello and welcome to Panther Lights Live, episode 3. I am Kevin, and This is not Dale.
Not at all.
Not at all. This is actually a good friend of mine, Tony, and we're going to get into some good stories and good fun. But before we do that, how we doing, Mr. Tony?
Doing great.
Yeah? All right. So we got Devin's already in here. I knew it was this guy. So today is obviously going to be a very different episode. I look like a complete mess. We're both completely drenched in yuck from a job that we're working on together. But I didn't want to miss this because I know that I had promised that we're going to be doing Thursday nights, and I'm going to hold true to that. So, in typical fashion, if you're here with us right now, please take a second, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and definitely take a few seconds to share this video to get some people involved here, because I'll tell you what, without Dale and the typical planning and conversations that him and I engage in, we need your help. So we are going to rely on you to submit questions and conversations. Let's just hang out. We have literally no planning involved on this. So wish us luck. Just straight up winging it. And actually, Mr. Tony, you've actually got your first comment. Hi, not Dale.
What's up?
So, I want to take a few minutes to kind of acknowledge who Tony is, and kind of like what relationship him and I have got. So, long story short, because it's a very long story, and we can get into that.
Oh, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, whole ball of wax. Him and I have been friends probably 20. Is it 20 years now?
Probably.
It's every bit of 20. It might even be longer than that. We graduated high school together. As a matter of fact, we were both each other's best men in both of our weddings last year. So it's been a long journey for sure. So I thought, while he's here regardless, helping me with a job, with something that I have going on here, what the hell? Just toss him on camera. Brought out the old microphone.
Throw me on.
Just throw him on. So, I guess I don't really know how to transition into what the hell we're going to do, but I got pictures I want to share. I've got some comments and questions that was submitted to me on Facebook and Instagram that I thought are pretty good. Nothing that would particularly pertain to you, Mr. Tony, but we can still try to make it a conversation.
Hey, I'll get in there.
I've
been around the block a time or two.
Yeah. So I think it's probably best right now, if you would, Mr. Tony, who are you? What do you do? And let's start with that.
Well, build custom alternators. You could do that with the lights.
Yeah.
You're adding more draw to your electrical system. Sure, a lot of you guys are running stereos too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you should see, actually, there's a lot of my customers that I actually see quite a bit often. I have, and I mentioned this on one of my other episodes with Dale. I don't follow a ton of people because, I have a rather large following. I don't want to follow literally everybody because it gets completely nasty. It's nuts. So what I've developed this sort of structure, this sort of plan that I will follow the people who are, like buying my custom headlights. So anybody who has some of like my custom headlights, I will follow them just so I can kind of
see the progress.
Exactly. There's nothing to me. There's nothing more satisfying than being able to actually see the effort and the everything that goes into, to what we do every day. And I'm sure, being what you do now, your alternators plus your other gig that you were doing for a long time.
You want to see the finished project after it leaves your place.
Yeah. And you know what? that kind of, I know we're a little off track, but I even follow a ton of the people. Oh, actually, no, let me dial back. So what I was going to say is even though I don't follow a ton of people, there is a handful of those guys who are huge into car audio, where I think what you have to offer is going to be very beneficial. So there's a little bit of news kind of involved in this. So Tony and I have been actually talking a lot behind the scenes. There are some updates that are going to be happening to the pantherlights.com. Do you want to delve into that a little bit?
We're thinking about adding alternators to the website. We could do the Panther platform, and obviously whatever else you guys got. And I do a lot of car audio stuff and a lot of motorcycle stuff, so we're thinking about adding some speakers, amplifiers, some of that stuff to the website too. They kind of go hand in hand together.
Absolutely. Yeah, anything that can sort of complement what we already have going on, I think is going to be beneficial. So what I haven't really discussed with you yet is actually what I'm going to do is dial back a little bit on some of the other things that I don't have that are like, they're just filling up a lot of space. So like there's a lot of things that I don't sell on the site. So I think what I'm going to do here real soon is actually sort of sift through all that, get rid of some of those things. And then we're going to be adding an audio section. And that audio section is going to have a lot of we're going to curate a little bit, we're not going to just like throw a bunch of like car audio and alternators and things like that on there without having a plan. So this isn't going to be just willy-nilly and putting everything we can on there. There will be a structure. There will be like actual, I think, planning into what's being selected. So we're going to have some car audio, some speakers, some amplifiers, maybe some wire kits or something like that. But we'll definitely have some alternators, because I can't tell you how many times I see a lot of the guys that I do follow have a ton of audio. And our trunk, the trunks are huge in Panther cars.
Oh, yeah. You can do a lot in those things.
So I know we were kind of talking a little bit off air about the alternator thing, and I thought that was a really good conversation. The one comment you made to me that the Vic, Grand Marquis, those platforms are obviously going to be relatively easy to serve. You made a comment about the Marauder. Can you kind of maybe elaborate on why the Marauder might be a little bit difficult to have like an alternator built?
We could do an alternator in the Marauder, but it's not going to be as many amperage options available as there is going to be in the Vic and in the Grand Marquis. The case looks the same, but in the Marauder, it's a slimmer depth alternator.
Okay.
So the options are kind of limited on that one because it hits, I believe, the manifold that's behind there. Something's behind there that hits it.
So we have
an option available, but it's, I believe, only a 220 amp available.
Versus what?
Versus the Vic and the Grand Marquis, we can go 270 amp. We can go all the way up to 390 amps in the Vic and in the Marauder.
Did you say 390?
390.
Holy
I think
Moses.
Stock on there is maybe 120.
I was gonna say
130 maybe.
Yeah, I remember in my cop car that was one of the issues we were running into was voltage. Every time the bass hit, everything went. It suffocated the car.
Yep.
All right, Christian Swake. Oh, Cody. Yes, even though you're helping me summit. Yes, I will still follow you. All right, just because. So he, unfortunately, I had my wait list is rather long, unfortunately, and Cody is his name, said, even though I'm helping him sell his, will I still follow him? So that's actually kind of funny. So sadly enough, he no longer has his, was it a Grand Marquis Marauder? Oh gosh, don't shoot me, Cody. I can't remember. I'm terrible with this stuff. But I completed his headlights, ready to ship. And unfortunately he is no longer in possession of said car. So I will have a set of headlights for sale like tomorrow. So anyway, Cody, yes, I will still follow you.
Yeah, that'll be a good chance for somebody that don't want to wait.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, right now, in general, my wait is I'm advertising 6 months, and I hate it because, I mean, I am obviously happy that I have a bunch of people who are being patient with me, who are, somewhat understanding of the situation, even though it sucks and everybody hates it. But this happens, and it's been a couple times where, I had, unfortunately, actually, there's another guy. I had a guy, unfortunately, who had an accident. It completely totaled his car, and he is hoping to get another one, and still take delivery of my headlights once I get there. So hopefully, in his section, that we can do that. Let's see. It didn't take you 6 for mine. It took 4 or so max. Yeah. So a lot of times, and actually, this is something I actually want to bring this up to you too. I'll explain my conundrum and then kind of relate this to you and what you're doing at the alternator place. But I struggle a lot these days with inventory, and I know COVID has been, I hate even saying that word. I can't stand it, but I mean, it destroyed everything, the entire chain. You know what I mean? Everything has just took a hit. So I've had a lot of problems getting inventory on certain things. So like, even though my wait list is 6 months and I'm, technically supposed to go from the top down or down up, I guess, however you look at it. When I have inventory issues, I can't do that. I have to
kind of work with what's available.
Exactly. I have to pick and choose which customers I'm working on because, inventory levels are varying every which way, So, were you in your business, I guess both ways, because I mean, we've already touched on that he does build alternators and everything else. But on, you also do the custom car audio with the door panels and the consoles and things like that. Did you see a lot of struggles still even to this day, with just getting supplies and everything else?
More so with the audio,
like the speakers and amps and such. Yeah.
Yeah, the build houses are slow, so they're just kind of trying to get built whatever they can. So inventory was terrible on that stuff for a while. It's starting to get back to normal. The alternator stuff wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as bad as the speakers.
Sure. Well, that's good. I mean, I struggle with it still. And I had a gentleman here recently who waited. I mean, we're right at the 6 month mark. I think we might have just surpassed 6 months. So naturally he's like, yo, where's my lights? And I had to tell him, like, look, I literally just got your parts in last week. From his perspective, totally suspect. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? From his perspective, he's got to be thinking, like, okay, right? So I obviously we're here, they're done, and I'm ready to get shipping. But it's just, I don't know. It totally screwed everything up, and it's not.
Yeah, a lot of the electronic stuff took a big hit.
Yeah. I have a couple of questions that was submitted to me on Facebook and Instagram. I see that we have a couple of people in here today, not a whole lot, which I didn't really do any posting or anything, but if anybody has any questions that is in here that wants to join.
I never shared it either.
Yeah, that's okay. I didn't do anything all week because I knew that Dale wasn't going to be around, and this was sort of like a last minute thing. But if anybody has any questions or comments, topics, anything, feel free, because I mean, we literally did no planning. I mean, this is awful, and I apologize for that. But what I'm going to do is, because I don't have it loaded in my system. Oh, plus it's a flipping storm outside, and my internet is out. So I'm using the hotspot on the old iPhone here. So I don't know if this even looks good. I don't know if it sounds good. But what I want to do is I'm going to use my phone to bring over some of these questions that was brought up to me. Let's see, Mr. Tony, here is that, if you want that.
I think I have it.
Looks good, sounds good. Thank you, Devin. I appreciate that. Because with me being in the country or in the more rural area, we don't have a really good internet provider. So naturally, you sneeze at it the wrong way, it does drop off quite a bit. So
how do I share this link?
You can post that if you want to post it. Just copy it and just take the link. There you go. Okay, so. And actually, I'm gonna do that to my personal page too, because me and Tony are personal friends. I'm gonna try to gather some of my maybe some personal friends in here and see if we can get some conversation going on here. So just bear with me for a moment here. Voodoo, yep, it's clear and crisp. Thank you very much, because I'm uncertain with how these things go these days. All right, so there we go. Justin, how's it going, man? So thank you for pitching in here, just joining. Everything looks and sounds good. I appreciate that. I don't know how much of that you heard, but our internet's down because it's thunderstorming outside, so you may or may not hear. If we have a moment, I want to try to get some other people here. So I keep saying it here. Just give me just a second. I want to bring in these pictures that you shared with me, Tony, because I think a lot of people will get some. There it is. Bring that into the computer. Oh, I can't. Yes, I can. Bang. There we go. Oh, so okay. This is actually a decent part of a conversation we could probably have, Tony, for just a moment. Saturday Night Gaming, which is my buddy Devin. He said one thing that might help with wait times is if Tony does an install while you wait in parts. So even though that this particular conversation or that statement isn't accurate, I think, but him and I have talked, and I know a lot of the guys, and I don't know who's in here and who sees what we're doing here, but I know, as I've mentioned 1,000 times over, wait times are killing me. I mean, it looks bad. I know my customers hate it. And that might be part of the reason why I might lose a customer or two here and there, just because, nobody wants to wait on that stuff. So Tony and I have actually talked in the past, and we want to have, I would like to have him here and actually work here. So we have a plan. This is a kind of a long-term plan, to kind of dial back just a smidge before we get into that. Tony and I have been doing work together since we got out of high school. We graduated in 2003, and
don't say that.
Yeah. So we had we graduated in 2003, which we kind of hit the ground running from there. I mean, we've done a lot together. He went to a college, Ohio OTC, did body work and paint.
Yep.
Which that's a huge skill to have, which is actually why he's here today. We'll get into that. We did a lot of, remember Hillbilly Homewreckers?
That could have been a live stream on its own.
We did this little stint when we were, fixing and modifying, just different aspects of houses. I mean, we did his basement. We built a deck in his backyard. We helped tear down his girlfriend at the time, her basement, and
Your grandma's house.
my grandma's house. Like we do a lot, and we recorded this one, and we were starting to call it Hillbilly Homewreckers, and we destroyed
something to share.
If we had more time to plan, this would have been
right.
So perfect to show this. But man, so anyway, I'm gonna circle back here and say that we've worked together so well because we've done it for so long, and the ultimate goal here is, and I've actually been in conversations with a bank on hopefully getting some funding to build a bigger building, either build a completely separate building from at where I'm at, or extend the one that I'm currently in, where he can move his projects in, work on his own projects, but also be here for me when I need him. I don't know there's no timeline, but this is something that him and I have talked about for a long time, and I think that would be super beneficial for both of us. What do you think about that?
Well, hopefully it happens.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Because we could help each other out.
Oh my God.
We could break into that Harley lighting.
Oh man, that's a unique thing. The Harley world, and this is from someone, myself, who has zero experience with motorcycles. So I say this as naive and ignorant as possible, and I'm being as transparent as I can be about that. From the outside looking in, the Harley guys are so devout. They are so, gosh, what's the word? It's a different atmosphere.
The passion is it's crazy.
It's different, right? I mean, like, these guys.
You got the car guys, I mean, that are real passionate, but it seems like the Harley guys are just one step further.
Sure. You know, I mean, I know this is stupid and small, but I mean, it's even to the point that, I mean, do Harley guys still wave at each other? Is that a thing?
Yeah, all the time.
So, I mean, like,
that's been going on since probably our parents.
Forever, you know, and that's the thing. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, it's a different world, and
they all got respect for each other, no matter.
Right. No matter what, and that's okay. That brings up a good point. So, like, you could have the old, and again, because I'm naive here, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've seen it myself. You can have the most not basic, but the most stock, just run of the mill Harley, right? That guy. And then you can have the guy with the big 32-inch wheel in the front,
right, with stretch bags,
custom
paint.
Right. And they can ride together and still be
perfectly fine.
Yeah. That, as weird as this is, and I know this is sort of a Panther platform community that we have kind of going on here, that actually can relate a little bit, because I had made a conversation with Dale, I think it was in episode 2, so this might have been last week, where I brought up one of the other guys who has this insane supercharged Marauder. Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable. Okay, his car is like, that's the peak, that's the pinnacle for a lot of people, right? You should see some of the guys he rides with.
Just stock Marauders,
not even Marauders, like
Vicks.
Just like, and again, I don't say this in a bad way, but like, I mean, just guys who legitimately enjoy their cars without the need to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to make them something that they just aren't.
Yeah, some people aren't into all the custom stuff, and they just enjoy the car bare bones.
Yep. And that's why when you said that, you kind of made mention about the Harley guys having that unity. You know, I think it's a nice little comparison to see that, actually. And I would like to kind of dip my toes in that market at some point.
Yeah, there's not a lot of crazy custom options with the lights like there is with the headlights for the cars.
Yeah. Question. Okay, so Mr. Devin has a question. Since Devin is being pretty active today, I appreciate you. What's the coolest project you're working on right now? Do you have anything in the books that you got coming up, or anything that you're working on currently that would be kind of labeled as cool?
One of the pictures I sent you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you could pull those up.
I'm going to try, actually. Which one here? Let's see. Let me pull this one up here.
Should be like a council gray.
This guy here?
Yes.
Oh, man. All right, let me see if I can share this with you guys. So, we're going to... Okay, again, I'm sorry, guys, for whoever actually is joining, who is joined here. This is all screwed up. I'm not going to lie to you. This is totally screwed. So we're going to try to share something here and see if this works here. So let me see. Hey, there you go. Okay. So what do we got here, Tony?
We have a custom console with a tablet.
Oh, so you got right here in this little window, this little compartment here.
Yes, sir.
What size tablet is that, do you think? Do you know offhand?
No, Samsung. So who cares?
Oh, so yeah, my
if
thoughts.
If it ain't
exactly.
an iPad, it don't matter.
My thoughts exactly.
I don't know. Maybe
7-inch probably.
7 or 8 inch.
Yeah.
Maybe I think it's about an 8-inch.
Yeah, I think a lot of those Samsungs are 7 and 8 inch. Yeah.
Then he's got a cup holder and
I assume the shifter
shifter
sticks
there.
out here.
Yeah, that's got to go through there. It's a G body Monte Carlo. It's about 80. I believe it's 86 Monte Carlo SS. So I engraved the Monte Carlo logo on there.
Right here in the center
Right
part.
right in front of the cup holder.
If I can get my stupid trackpad to work, that would be kind of cool. Hey, there we go. Oh yeah, so you engrave. Okay, so you used your laser to etch that on there.
Yep.
And this is just black acrylic on there.
Yeah,
then?
black like mirror acrylic.
So guys, what I want to be clear about, all right, he made this from planks, just sheets of wood. He has routers and saws and all kinds of stuff where he made all of that. Like everything you see in that in that image right there, he made from a sheet of wood. Like that's impressive. I don't care who you are, but that's impressive.
Yes, that's probably the coolest one I'm working on right now. I love those G body Monte Carlos.
I do. I enjoy those myself.
So that's got that rear deck that was in there in that picture also, and then it's gonna have some door
panels to go with
panels. Nothing crazy. 2 speakers on each one.
All right. Let's see. So this guy here, let me go back to share that.
Oh, that's the wrong picture for the Panther community.
Oh, no. What do we got going here? So what is this for?
Is that on there?
That is on there,
okay.
yeah.
That is the arch nemesis.
Uh-oh. Let me guess.
The Caprice.
Yeah. I was going to say
Not
Impala,
the bubble, though. That's the box. Box Caprice. So
okay.
80s
So,
Caprice.
Another console, guys. This is... Oh, our internet's back on.
That's got the iPad in it. That ain't got the Samsung.
Hey, so he stepped it up then. Okay.
Speaker on the side behind that grill.
Right back over here.
Speaker and tweeter, yep.
No kidding. On both sides, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. That's insane. Like, I mean...
Cup holders.
I've seen where you started with this woodworking stuff, and I mean you've always had the knack for it, that's for sure. But this is just impressive. I don't care who you are.
There's always something to learn.
That is just impressive. So, guys, I got to tell you, like that. These are things that I think eventually we could all sort of appreciate and sort of reap some benefit of. So, Tony, you need to quit your job and come work for me. So, let's keep let's keep moving. What else you got here? So I saw that they have. Let's see. What is this guy here? Ooh.
That was a sub enclosure in a F250.
Let's see here. So let me pull this up here. Okay. So this is so this is the inside of the box is what you're saying.
Yeah, plexiglass sides. So you could see inside the box. That was remove the back seat. It was a crew cab. Remove the back seat.
So is this the port right here?
That is a port. We did an octagon port.
Wow. Wow, that's insane.
That thing had 10 8-inch subs in it.
10 what?
That thing got busy.
Is that resilient sounds? Is that what I see?
Yeah, resilient sounds.
Man. That's impressive, man. Absolutely impressive.
These people go crazy.
Dude. I mean, I remember when I had my Vic, I wanted to do. I mean, I didn't want to go this crazy, but I definitely wanted to bring some heat.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's oh man. Okay, so obviously I know I'm looking at some alternators here. So what do we got working here? These are, I assume, are powder coated too, yeah?
Yeah, those are powder coated. Blue. Those are billet frames.
I was gonna say that doesn't look like your typical.
Yeah. Those are the billet frames. So usually you get a better design because they're CNC milling those out, so they could basically do whatever they want with them.
Wow.
Not just a stock generic frame.
Right. Like I mean, to me, like this guy here in the background. Kinda.
Yeah, that's like a typical stock style alternator back there.
What about this one over here? Is that polished?
That is a chrome powder coat.
What?
Yes.
So you... Okay. So I have a question. This is actually something that I think would be kind of cool because I have a lot of times where I feel that we have a visitor. Mary, we can't. We have paint over there. So you got to get her in. Yes.
She's sleeping.
Oh yeah. Okay. See, I told you this is totally unorganized today. So what was I saying? Thanks, Mary. The chrome powder
About
coat.
the polish, yeah.
Yeah.
Chrome powder
So
coat.
I don't know the first thing about powder coat. Is there limitations to the material that you're able to powder coat on?
Plastic is pretty much a no-no.
And is that pretty much, is that the only, because I can tell you how many.
Anything metal we could do, but
So plastic,
it's
as
going
in
in
like,
the oven for half hour at 400 degrees. So that's a little rough on plastic.
okay. I was going to say, because I have a lot of questions, a lot of customers who want this particular look. The material is more like a composite, and I think it may actually hold up to the temperature. So is that the only limitation, is how hot it gets? Or like can the material or the powder itself bond to any material? Like
Usually it's got to be a metal because it's got a ground to it.
got it. So if there's no metal to okay.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing I don't understand.
So it's basically adhering through like an electricity almost.
I got you. James Smith, what's good? What's going on, man?
What's up,
Thank you for
James?
joining. Appreciate it. Mr. James, while you popped in here, I'd like to just remind you and anybody else who may or may not.
That ain't James.
That ain't the James you know, James.
Oh, okay.
We obviously, this is a completely different episode because Mr. Dale is off on travel doing some work.
We're off the rails today.
We are completely off the rails. Everything. You should see how nice I had my setup and how complete disaster it is right now. It is awful. I mean, look at me, for God's sakes. I look like a mess. Not that I'm a beautiful person to begin with, but this has been a complete disaster all the way through and through. Okay, so we went through a couple of the things that you have to offer, which I think clearly there's a lot there. What I'm going to do, and I can't bring it up on screen, so I'm going to... he said this is John Deere. That is him. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Where'd the Smith come from?
No,
Was that always his name?
Listen, we already know how he is. But why you got a Vic on your
Dude, he's back in the game.
Are you back in the Vic game, dude? Stop it. I don't know.
No games, James. He's back.
No. Hey, Mary joined. Hi, babe. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to try to get this back on the rails here. I got a couple of questions. Actually, this is good, and I've said this already, but Mary popped in and says, I like that you two are doing this together. We have talked about this for so long. So long. So it's just kind of cool just to kind of hang out. We have no script. We have no nothing. So it's kind of like a complete disaster, but we'll get through it one way or another. Where are my pictures? Here we go. Okay. So I don't have... I'm not able to bring these on the screen, so I'm just going to read the questions, okay? I had a question from Adrian who asked me if the Morimoto 2-stroke bulbs will be okay to to use on the upgraded relay harness. So, Tony, what I don't know if you know about this, so the Crown Vic headlights are poop, for the lack of better words. They are absolutely atrocious. And over the years, people have found that there is a way to boost the voltage being supplied from the factory harness to the bulbs, ultimately gaining some output. Okay, so it's like a little relay harness where it's going to draw power from the battery, juice up the bulbs, so that way it can get a better performance.
Output,
yeah. So the question was if we can still run LEDs with the upgraded harness. The good news is absolutely. That's the short answer. The longer answer is that there's no reason that you even need that relay when you run LEDs. It's going to pull the power that it needs and it's going to end up being equally as bright regardless. So you don't need that relay harness.
It's not going to draw the power.
The same as a halogen bulb.
Right.
Exactly. So yes, the short answer is yes, absolutely. The 2-stroke bulb or GTR bulbs, SV4s, anything that I sell will work on the upgraded relays. No questions, no problems. Okay. The second question that I got, and this is from Robert, and I hope Robert, if you're still in here, chime in, say what's up. But he asked what I would choose. All right. So I'm going to explain to you what these are first, because I know you're not 100% familiar with what these cars are. But he's asking a pair of cars, one or the other, versus a Marauder. Obviously, you know what a Marauder is.
Yep.
The LX Sport, which is a Crown Vic, or the LSE, which is a Grand Marquis. Okay. They are, so you got your Crown Vic LX. Hey, Robert's still in. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. So I am going to answer this question because I thought this was a good question. The LX Sport was the black car that I had, if you remember that. So
the sunroof, leather.
Exactly. Yep. This one is not your typical LX or Police Interceptor. It has the floor shifter. It had the leather seat, the bucket seats. It had the console, everything. It was a super nice car. Had the air ride and everything. It was really nice car. That car also has a twin or a sibling called the LSE. Same idea with the floor shifter and the bucket seats, but it's a Mercury. Exactly. So that car, being your standard Crown Vic or standard Grand Marquis or a Marauder. Now,
easy question.
Yeah, I kind of feel that I think me and you are on the same page here, and I loved my black car, which was the LX Sport. I thoroughly enjoyed that car, but I sold that car, which meant a lot to me because Paris went with me to get it, and he kind of helped me source this one. But I got the Marauder, and if it wasn't for value, if the dollar didn't matter, right? Marauder all day, every week of every month of every year, Marauder. That's how much I loved my Marauder.
Was it the rarity of it, or just the overall everything about it?
So I think, obviously you're gaining the performance, which isn't a ton. Don't get me wrong, but there is more performance and a little bit more to the Marauder. And if you're not taking into consideration the community of the diehard stock Marauder guys, I gotta say that it's the rarity. I think that's probably the best way because for me, the Crown Vic is cool, but
they're a dime a dozen.
They're everywhere, at least in here. And actually, you know what? Off air, you had made a point to me about the Cleveland market. Ruining the Crown Vic.
On blast.
We got to. So the Crown Vic in Cleveland, which is where him and I are both from, listen, they are absolutely everywhere. Okay.
Everybody and their mom, cousin, everybody has one.
Because of that alone, I'd have no problems taking a Marauder over.
Yeah, that whole Cleveland car scene of the Crown Vics kind of ruined the whole platform.
Took it out
for me.
Took it out of the realm of possibility for you.
Yeah, I just seen so many raggedy ones in Cleveland.
Oh my God! Look, and I know you're gonna get it anywhere.
Oh yeah,
but there's something, and maybe it's just because we see it every day. And I'm sure that there's a lot of
other cities might be like that too. We really don't know.
But Cleveland guys, gosh, I don't want to come off as disrespectful, but there's some guys who just
their cars needed to be in the scrapyard,
for the lack of a better word.
They're driving them around like it's a brand new Cadillac or something. Flaunting.
Oh boy, stunting in that Crown Vic. And it's all clapped up and can barely get down the road.
Rust holes through the quarter panel.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so, actually, this is a good point, Robert. And I actually apologize for not Okay, so we're going to get back to that in a second. Technically, the LSEs are the most rare as far as production numbers go, but you absolutely are right. So in terms of sheer volume, the LSE is less than everything else by a large margin, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, man.
It's just something about that Marauder, though. It's like that unicorn everybody's trying to catch.
Yeah, it hits me in a different way, and maybe it's because I have that little personal story of mine that kind of like led me down that rabbit hole. I mean, maybe that's what it is, because Paris, that's all he ever wanted was a Marauder. He had
that was his dream.
Dozens and dozens and I mean, if not hundreds of Crown Vics just to get that Marauder. Yep. So maybe that's where my love for that comes from. Maybe that's why I would do that every day of the week. But, yeah. So I don't know if you see this, Tony. I'm going to put this on screen. I'm not making any comments. I'm just going to let the comment do what it's going to say. We're going to leave that alone.
No comment.
No comment. Okay. Tell you what's rare: the Ultimate with digital dash and sunroof and floor shifter. Wait, a floor shifter in an Ultimate? Are you sure?
With the heated seats.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. That I'm not 100% sure on.
Those might be limited.
Extra limited. I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Only the FBI got those.
The FBI. Oh, Lord. All right. Let me check one more. Make sure I'm not missing any other questions here. Nope. Did that one. Nope. We're not doing that one. I already did that one. Don't miss my... Yeah, okay. All right. So I'm out of questions for what was submitted to me. I think we are good there. All right. So since nobody else likes us and nobody... Oh,
somebody's got a question.
Tyler Carter. P71 street appearance, bench seats and everything. It's the P71 that has the... Like, is it a civilian interior with the cloth seats? Because... would that be classified as like a detective's car? I mean, isn't that what the detectives ride? They a little bit more leisurely. Was a black one. Yep. Okay, so I was right. Tyler, thank you for that. So that's actually not bad too. That's another one. So if money, which it is 100%, was my biggest restraint, I think that's actually probably one of my favorite combinations. If we're going to talk about Crown Vics for a second, is the P71, which is the cop car variant of it, but doesn't have the ugly
rubber floor, doesn't have the bucket seat. The civilian model has a really nice, like a felt type fabric on the seat, but it's a bench seat with a fold down armrest. Like it's, carpeted floor. Like it looks like a normal civilian car, but still reaps the benefit of it being a P71 with, all the upgraded internals and all the beefier parts. I say internals like I'm talking about motor, but no, you know what I mean. P71 in the VIN, it got it for $3,000. Dang. Like recently? Full civilian interior. Wow.
Dang. Okay. I'm in. I'd buy one. Just, you know what? Sorry, my ankle itches. I've actually been contemplating getting another one because, okay, this is a perfect example. So 2 years ago, $3,000 today is like six. So
7 in a kidney.
7 in a kidney, exactly. Yeah. So I had, oh boy, we're gonna get back to that real quick. Actually, let's bring that one on. Have you ever heard of the P2 Panther?
Nope.
Oh boy. And Robert might have to correct me here because I don't...
seen one in person, he said.
Yeah, well, this is one of those ones where Kenny Brown is my knowledge is limited here, so I'm not going to pretend like I know, but there's the P2 Panther is a supercharged Crown Vic. So there was a very rare, and I think they were all brown too, weren't they? I'm not really sure, but I think they were all brown, which sounds gross, but it actually looked really nice. But a supercharged, this thing was a monster. From the videos that I've seen, this thing would just rip up and down the street like it's going out of style. So what I was going to say is I have one of the questions that I received on Instagram was talking about my custom taillights that I have. I'm going to tell you that I'm maybe 25 feet from a set of finished, fully addressable LED taillights for the Crown Vic. They are done. Literally done, ready to ship. They've been sitting on this cart for weeks, months probably at this point. I do not have a car to test them on. I will not ship these for one of my customers to be the guinea pigs. I need to test them. I'm going to say this again because I've said it in the last episode or maybe even the last 2 episodes. Listen to me. Can you see me? This is an open calling to anybody in Northeast Ohio or anybody willing to drive to Northeast Ohio or bring me your car. I have a set of fully addressable custom RGBW taillights that are ready to go. I cannot and will not ship them until I can have the car for a few days to test and make sure that everything is operational. I will work out a deal if this is interesting to you. Please let me know. Got it? Okay. So now that's done. Since I don't have that car, I will... I'm half tempted to buy one, so I have a car that I can just use as like a shop car. Because I mean, obviously, I have a huge Crown Vic following, and it's probably right to have one.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Where are we at here? Wait, where's my? See, I am so out of it right now. Where is my?
What'd you lose?
The time. There it is. 52 minutes. Wow.
Damn.
We've been rambling for about nothing for 50 minutes. What's wrong with you guys? Do you have anything, Tony? Or are we tapped out?
I don't know. We don't have no questions really from nobody.
No, we have a short following today. 55 comments today so far. And all are from Devin and
And Robert.
And Robert, yeah.
So I do have one question.
Sure.
Since I was more into the Chevys and stuff, the whole Marauder versus Crown Vic, like he said.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of the Crown Vic guys probably would rather have the Marauder. And
I would
are
assume.
chasing probably the Marauder.
I would assume.
The same way a lot of the Caprice dudes
Chasing the Impala.
chasing the Impala SS, which is basically the little Chevy unicorn.
Yeah. Yep.
You got a lot of fake Impalas.
Oh,
People
boy.
trying to switch the Caprices over.
Dude, same thing applies for Marauder guys.
Try to switch them over.
They put the Marauder spoilers on. They put the Marauder bumpers on. They do all this other stuff. The Marauder wheels. Everything to look like a Marauder, but don't do anything for the car.
Yeah.
They just put badges on it like it's the cool thing. Like, it's fine. I get it. I mean, you like the styling, but, man, don't call it a Marauder. That pisses me off.
It's not a Marauder.
It's not.
Just like a Caprice ain't an Impala.
Exactly. Well, dude, I bet there's more Impalas than there are Marauders.
Oh, probably.
Obviously, because that car.
I feel like the Caprice is probably easier to switch over, maybe, or no?
Yeah.
Than the Crown Vic, or
yeah. I mean, honestly,
switch over
because and this might be because I don't know the platform as much, but like aesthetically, I mean, aside from a grill and probably a couple other minor things, I think the Caprice looks more like the Impala than the Marquis looks like the Marauder.
True.
So, aside from a couple small things, smack on an Impala badge, I got to imagine it's easier to mimic the Impala than it is the Marauder.
I didn't know until the big thing I didn't know with those cars was until one of our favorite shows we like to watch, Texas Metal.
Real Deal Bill.
Real Deal Bill.
Oh my God.
He exposed that one dude had a fake.
He did.
Had a fake Impala. It was the quarter, or not the quarter glass, but yeah, the quarter
Yeah, it
glass.
was. It was the quarter glass because it was
smaller.
a different. Yep, it was a different
smaller
shape
on the Impala.
Yep, because I think on the Caprice it went all the way
like
back.
flared down more. Yeah.
Yep. And you know what,
They
guys?
filled it in to shrink it down.
If you haven't seen Texas Metal, I mean, I got to imagine people here are car guys. They had to have seen this at some point. That's a great show. Real Deal Bill. He is an animal.
He's got to be the best fabricator. At least suspension and frame wise, he's got to be the best I've seen. That dude will put air right on anything.
I think that's a pretty accurate statement, actually. I mean, I've watched every episode from season 1 all the way through.
You're all the way caught up?
All caught up.
Dude, he put air right on the tanker.
Who does that?
On a fuel tanker.
I mean, because like
on the trailer and the cab.
If you're gonna drop the cab, I mean, like realistically, you should drop the tanker too.
You have to.
I couldn't believe when I saw that because they opened, and that's what this kind of. I mean, I get why they do it because that's the hook. That's what gets you going. What the hell was that? But they put it at the beginning before they even show you anything else of the bill or none of that. They just show this tanker going psst,
real quick.
Whoa! I mean, mind blown. So naturally, you're gonna watch it, but like.
And then the tow truck.
That whole. You know what?
They built the whole bed.
Watching him do the boom on that thing, like the entire bed, the way the boom comes up, all of it enclosed, encased steel, like
from scratch.
All just because he randomly walked through a tow yard.
Said I need to see what they look like so I can come up with my own plan.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. That was actually probably one of my more favorite, because that was a couple episodes. That wasn't just one.
Yeah, it's still not all the way done, I don't think. They're gonna finish it on the next season, I believe. It wasn't all the way put back together.
That thing's gonna be insane. Did he choose is it black? Did he choose a color?
It's blue.
Blue. I can't remember.
Darker blue, maybe?
Yeah.
It's funny because after I watched that show a few times, he's always talking about the suspension. When you drop it on air ride, the tires got to be 90 degree. They got to be straight.
Anytime you get this.
He said, you didn't do it right.
They didn't do it right.
You don't know how many car shows I walked around. And
you see them pigeon toes
he's got
everywhere.
me looking at the wheels now.
Something you would never have looked at before.
Would have never looked at before.
No.
And I'm just like, damn, if Bill walked through here right now, he'd be having a fit.
You know, I see a lot of that too. It's because like now you know what you look for.
Yeah.
You know, you see it and it's like, ugh. And normally I would actually look, if I had not heard that, normally I'd look at that and go, damn, that's awesome. That's badass. But now I know Bill just like points it out like, no, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Now I'm like, I carry the same attitude. What an idiot.
Yep.
We got, let's see here. Mary really loves that we're doing this. So I think I shouted that part out already. You were going to tell everyone about getting... Oh, I did. Oh, shucks. Yeah, okay. Thanks for catching me up, babe, on that. But yeah, we want a Vic. I need that. Actually, Kevin, first show them the short now that the internet is back on. Question, have you thought about doing mirrors? I'm not really sure if I understand that question, Devin. I apologize.
What's he asking?
He said, first show them the short now that the internet is back on. What does that mean?
What short?
I don't know. Devin, help me clarify that for me.
Was there a video we were supposed to show?
I apologize. I'm not really sure. Justin asks...
What's he talking about, the mirrors? Like lighted mirrors?
Yeah, he asked if I was interested in doing mirrors. So that actually...
Oh, we could do that.
Oh, yeah. There's actually a couple...
We need to bring my laser over here.
Dude, don't stop it. See, now you're now you're teasing me. So I do my own etching in-house now. For the first couple of years that I was officially in business, I had outsourced all of my etching. So my mother actually, for my wedding, ended up giving me a laser that I am able to use to etch my etch the lenses with. What's nice about it is that it's a desktop. It's small. It's not small. I mean, it's kind of big, but I mean, it sits on a desk and it's whatever. This guy, he's got this thing. It's just probably, no, it ain't that big.
No.
It's 3/4. It's got to be 2/3. 3/4. No, 2/3 of this desk.
Probably.
Yeah. So this desk might be the longest desk that he's seen because it's huge. He sits down at this thing. He's like, Jesus. His laser is monstrous, and now he's teasing me. So good going there.
It doesn't cut that big though. It's like 28 by 24.
True, but still, I mean,
The size of the laser is a lot bigger than what it can cut.
yeah. So this is a good question.
I've seen a Roadmaster up there. What's
Justin. Oh yeah, I had a '94 Buick Roadmaster. Oh, the wagon, dude. Oh, come on. I swear it was faster than my LSE, but I really missed driving my Mercury, so I sold it and bought a second LSE. So I got to tell you,
the Roadmaster, that probably had the LT1 on that.
I think it does. And Mary will call me crazy every day of the week, but like I absolutely love that car. I see a Roadmaster, especially when they're lowered with a nice set of wheels that are actually filling out the wheel wells. Oh,
you taking the Roadmaster, or are you taking the Caprice, or the fake Caprice Impala wagon?
I might take a Roadmaster
over the fake Impala.
I might take a Roadmaster. I mean, only because
you know the Impala's fake.
That's the problem. That's the problem for me.
So many people did that though. They took the Caprice wagon and they put the Impala bumpers on it, stripped all that. What do they call that on the side?
The wood, the fake wood. Or are you talking about?
Some of them didn't have the wood though, but it was still like a panel on the side.
Yeah. The woodies,
the molding.
The moldings.
Yeah,
okay, I'm thinking of the wood.
Because the Impalas are smooth.
Yeah. You're right.
And usually the Caprices got the molding.
Right. See, that's my problem. Like,
you'd have to convert it for it to look good, but then you know it's a fake Impala.
I wouldn't be interested. I would rather take the Roadmaster because at least it is what I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because or at least it is what I'm like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not out there front and saying, hey, I got an Impala when I'm driving a freaking Caprice. Justin asks what I drive daily. So, long story short is, whether you know it or not, but I think we talked about this in a couple episodes ago. I sold my Marauder. That was just because I needed to get it out of my garage at the time, was falling apart. I also, January 2 years ago, going on 2 years ago, I quit my day job, which, funny enough, I'm wearing.
You got the shirt on.
I got the shirt on from my old day job. I quit my day job to pursue Panther lights 100%. Because of that, there was no need for all of the extra cars, and obviously with me just buying a house and getting married and all this other stuff, we downsized. Now we have one car versus 72. So I have a 2021 Dodge Durango RT. I tried to get something that is semi-practical, but also a little bit fun to drive. Plus my wife, Mary, is absolutely in love with the Durango, so she forced me. Let's just call it like it is. She forced me. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not my favorite car in the world. It is a Pete. Oh, okay. So let's talk about the new Panther Light Shop Dog. Oh, yeah, my Charlie girl. We'll get into that.
She ran back in the house.
She ran back in the house. Thank God. 2-valve. Oh, hey, what's going on here? So let's see. What do we got here? He kept stopping by. I still need to get my final Panther blessing of getting your lights on my Merc. I got that Fire Spot marquee.
That
okay,
boy looks clean.
I mean, looking at them pictures, I don't. Do I know this car? Damn, that thing is clean.
It is.
I need some info on this. I need some more info. I need the details, my friend. Oh, Mary. Great point. Okay, listen. So for those of you who know, I had a silver birch 04 Mercury Marauder. That car meant a lot to me. Whatever reasons, I had to get rid of it. Anyway, so me and my wife and my daughter are cruising down the little town that we're in right now. And I'm so mad. We were coming down the main drag, and we turned off of the main road to come down this other road that's going to ultimately lead us home. As I was making the left-hand turn, I had glanced in my mirror to my left, and I saw a silver birch Mercury Marauder about 2 or 3 cars behind me. And I'm like, holy crap. We don't see Marauders very often at all, let alone in my town. So I'm like, oh my God, this thing looked clean from the quick glance. I just went, oh my. So I'm like, Mary, look in the rearview mirror right now. So we watched this car just drive it past, cross the intersection. All 3 of us, my daughter also turned around. Why I got the hiccups? I apologize. From the quick glance, we both went, oh my God, this thing looks amazing. So my daughter has her feet up. She's like picking her toenails or something stupid. I slam on the brakes, skirt into the freaking, there's a funeral parking lot right there to try to turn around. I want to catch up to this thing. And I was so pissed. Listen, so I just burn into this cart to this funeral home. And we went over to the parking lot to come around the building to kind of meet the car because it was driving this way. We were going to meet it, right? They had the driveway closed on the other side of the building. I was mother effing this thing. I was screaming so mad. So then I had to try to get out of the parking lot. And then I had to wait for the red light. And then I could not catch up and did not find the Marauder. So
He
gone. I was mad. And story's over. Because I'm telling you, if he would have told me it was for sale, I may or may not have pursued said option. Anyhow, that was my fun story. That was only a couple days ago. But let's see. Couldn't get out of the funeral parking lot. Yep, you're right. All right. So he must have popped off because he didn't answer me any more questions there. Oh, yeah. Oh, what happened?
I died, dude.
Hey, you're back.
Hey, I'm back.
What happened? Where's the background? Oh, we're falling off at the wheels here. What happened? Oh, God. All right, guys. Well, I have no idea what the hell just happened here. So, oh, you know what? I can fix this. Hold on. We're going to fix this. We're going to bring this guy right back in. And we are going to put that guy right there. Hey, we're back. All right. Oh, Jesus. I have no idea. Well, Tony, we've been talking for an hour and 7 minutes. Can you tell us a story about seeing Paris's wife in the Marauder right after you bought? You know what, dude? Can I do that, Tony? You got a minute?
Go ahead.
Robert, this is actually wonderful. So, okay. Brief synopsis. A really good friend of mine. Main reason that I'm even in the Panther community to begin with, or even why I have the business that I do. Paris, great friend, passed away a handful of years ago. Weeks before he died, he got a silver birch Mercury Marauder, which was sort of his main goal in life. That's the only thing he ever wanted. He had everything else. He had a beautiful wife. He had his beautiful kids. Only piece he was missing was Marauder. He got it and then died. At the time, I had a 05 Ford Crown Vic LX Sport. Loved it. Great. After Paris passed, my wife and I had discussed about just getting a Marauder and sort of doing a tribute to Paris. Because, again, he was a huge part of my life, and I don't think I'd be here in the capacity that I am today. That car meant a lot to him. So I needed to find one because his wife wouldn't sell me his. And I have a picture that I'd like to share at some point of me looking in Paris's car after he passed away. So my wife and I had the conversation about going to get a Marauder. And the plan was that the only way we're getting a Marauder is if it is a clone of Paris's. So I did some digging, did some searching, and at the time I had found a 2004 with, I think at the time it was like low 30,000 miles. And this was probably the cleanest, nicest Marauder I think I've ever seen in person. It had headers, it had a full exhaust, it had some upgraded speakers inside. It was tastefully done. It had the chrome license plate in the front, Had the sunroof, the spoiler. I mean, this thing was everything in a car that I would ever want. So we went ahead and took the plunge. And this gentleman that I bought the car from was 1 or 2 hours south of Marty Oaks at Moe's Speed Shop over in Georgia there. And the plan was we rented a car and drove to Atlanta from Cleveland, Ohio. And if I'm not mistaken, that was about 10 hours or so. 10 hours, something like that. And we made a weekend out of it. We went down there. We talked to Marty and the guys there. They let him put it on the lift so we can get underneath it and make sure that it was everything we wanted. Obviously it was. We exchanged money and got the car. We stayed another day or two and drove the car home. It was a great little trip. I thoroughly enjoyed the car, and we got it home, and it was like this big thing. It didn't dawn on me that at the time, and maybe this makes me an awful friend, to go see his wife, his as in Paris, to go see Paris's wife. But one day, out of the blue, driving on Turney Road in Garfield Heights, I hear it in the parking lot next to the road that I'm on. I said Turney, I'm sorry, I'm on Rockside Road in Garfield Heights, which is where they lived. And I heard it. And the way his car sounded, because it was straight piped all the way.
All of them.
Every single one. Like, that was Paris. So knowing that he's not here, when I heard that sound, I went, huh? Like it was like a deer in the headlights. Completely unsolicited, I saw his wife in his car, which doesn't drive. She did not drive that car at the time anyways, but she did. And it was weird because we both had our cars out at the exact same time, right around the corner from their house. So naturally, I followed her home. She pulled all the way in where they normally do, gets out of the car. She sees me pull in. Doesn't know it's me, but sees a clone car pull in of her husband, now deceased, of his car. And she did one of these, like, just stared. She didn't move. I don't know if she was afraid or in shock or what, but she didn't move. And when I got out of the car, it was instant tears. She cried like you wouldn't believe. She didn't really know what to make of it, and I told her what I had did, and it was like this sort of like beautiful, I don't know how to explain it. Like I can feel right now, I could feel that moment and what that meant to her, because he was a good friend, and her and I had a really good relationship too. So it was beautiful, man. It was an instant tears. His kids were there. And the fact that we kind of, you know what? I know for a fact I have pictures. It's just going to take me a second to drum this up. I have to show you what that car looks like. When I tell you that this was a clone, I mean it, of his car. It's going to take me just a moment, though, because I know for a fact I have it. I just need to find it here because I saved it. Here it is. Yep. Here it is. Perfect. Okay, so guys, if you're still with me and you're still following along, I want you to see this. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again.
Have you seen his wife lately or talked to her?
I have not seen her. However, I did talk to her. I called her. Actually, let me come back to that. I actually did talk to her. You're not Dale. This is not Dale.
Too bad you can't just change it to not Dale.
Not Dale. I could put the word "not" in front of that. I called her when, actually, speaking of Dale, I called her to ask her if it was okay to use pictures of Paris and use his likeness in the movie that Dale is putting together for us.
Right.
Which is now, used to be called Crown Vic, America's Most Iconic Car, which is now called Panther People. Because Dale was putting this film together, I felt that I
Right.
needed to,
Just-
for respect, I
Yeah.
had to. So I did call her, and it was really nice. It was the first time I talked to her in years, actually, which was kind of beautiful. So let me share screens here. This is the front of our cars together. My car is on the right. I had the red calipers. But you can see, I mean, they are obvious identical cars. This one kind of means a lot here. Both of them kind of looking off in the sunset.
Yep.
They're identical. I mean, twins. As a matter of fact, the main difference is that his car didn't have a spoiler, which you can see. No spoiler in the back end of his car.
Tint.
Okay, window tint too. But otherwise, sunroof, interior, I mean, the whole 9 yards. Here's another one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. And I actually took these before I was really heavy into photography, and I still think they came out beautiful, especially
Yeah,
with the
they look
the
good.
sunset right there. So like this is such a good conversation. I appreciate you bringing these up. The conversations that her and I had, like after knowing that I had to have his car, and after knowing and made it known to her that I had his car, I begged to. This was actually such a beautiful moment. I'm so glad this is brought up. Not Dale. We had when I saw her and showed her what I had done, got the car, all that stuff. It was immediate that we had to take pictures together. And that might be another one of my favorite things, because his kids, the whole time all of us moved our cars around, and his kids were involved. They helped position the cars. They helped put everything in, get everything situated. It was just, I'll never forget it. I'll take that to the grave. And I remember what I felt the day I sold that car. I watched it get loaded onto a trailer, and my dad had helped me because that was the first time that car ever seen snow. And we drove it to my work, which again, I'm wearing the shirt. And my dad helped me get that car on the trailer in the snow. And I cried like a baby. I mean,
Yeah, that's a big deal.
it was, because I didn't want to get rid of that car. I felt like I had to, though.
Right.
But Justin, my interior was light flint. So it was a silver birch with the light flint interior.
What color was his interior?
I believe that was the only difference. If I'm not mistaken, I'll have to look back at the pictures. His might be the black interior.
Okay.
But that, aside from the the other minor the spoiler and the tint and stuff, was the only other differences. Great White made it. What's happening? Let's see here. Dang, I almost missed it. What's up? Voodoo. Yeah, okay, cool, guys. I appreciate you joining. It didn't snow when you visited his grave. Actually, babe, so I have another picture. I don't know where it's at right now. So the day I sold it, it did snow, but it wasn't until later in the evening when the guy who showed up with the trailer. This is the wildest thing in the world. So the day I sold the car, we had a beautiful day. I got a picture, and while I'm talking about it, I'm gonna pull this up. But the day that I sold it, it was a beautiful sunny afternoon. I mean, blue skies. It was nice. So my thought was, I'm gonna take this car to visit Paris one last time before it goes. So I went to his grave, took the car, obviously had a little conversation with him, and then went home. The guy with the trailer shows up, and it is a flippin' whiteout.
Just out of nowhere.
Just out of nowhere. So like naturally we couldn't get the car on the trailer. So the only place that we could go was my work, because they allowed us to, use the garages and stuff anytime we wanted to, as long as, whatever. So we took the car all the way there and loaded it up there. But golly, 1,000 pictures of my wedding are taking me some time to pull up this picture of Paris's grave. But I'm not going to find it to fit in the story here. But I have a cool picture with his headstone and the car. So bear with me if you guys are here still.
Oh, his headstone's close enough to get in the picture?
Barely. You can see the car kind of off in the distance.
Oh, okay.
It's a cool picture. If I can find it. You know what? I can probably pull up his Facebook, which I actually got to be a remembering page.
Oh, okay.
So they won't delete it. They won't take it down now. I know for a fact I posted it. I just got to find it.
Dude, best gyro?
Dude, that's where we hung out.
Dude, what is that?
That's his Impala.
Paris with an Impala?
Paris with an Impala, dude.
I don't remember that.
Hold on. You know what, guys? Look, I'm just going to show you. This is my guy. I don't care. This is my guy. Share screen right there. This is my guy. My guy. Paris was my guy. There's me. Oh, look how cute I am.
Dang, you had hair.
I had hair and earrings and the chin strap beard. Where is? Look at this G. Come on,
dude.
Look at this.
Dressed to impress.
Pimpin'. Since been pimpin'. CVB. Some more CVB. Here's his car again. Rest in peace, Paris. That's my dude Sean. I know. Okay, this was the candlelight vigil that we had at his house, which was beautiful, of course. And I lit them tires up that day for him, too, right in front of his house. And why won't this close? There it goes. Oh, you stink. Sorry, guys. I'm all over the place here, but I'm trying to find this picture that I know for a fact I posted on his page at some point. Well, I quit. Should I quit? I'll quit.
Couple more scrolls.
Couple more? Because watch, it's going to pop up now. Nope. I mean, we got Vicks for days, dude. Like, that's the thing. Like, we had so many Vicks and so many things. Holy Moses.
What about them spray painted Vicks with the can?
Hey, there's my car. So here's the nice little tribute I left for him on his birthday. This was the decal that I had made for my quarter glass. But you could see this is actually the garage that was falling apart. I mean, look at the floor. I mean, looks like a garage floor, but I mean, it just shows you. I mean, it's not exactly in the most pristine condition ever. Really? Why is this being like this? Sorry, guys. I quit. I really wanted to. Oh, wait. Never mind. Some more candlelight stuff. We're getting close. I know for a fact. I thought I reposted it too. Oh, there's me looking in his car. Okay, so actually, proof. That is a black interior.
Yeah,
so
black interior.
That is the difference between his and my car. Spoiler and the black interior. But this is after he passed, of course. That's his son over on the left-hand side there. Well, I might have been mistaken. I swear I posted it on his page. Maybe it was my own page. Never mind. Yeah, I say never mind like 10 times and I'm still looking. More Vicks, of course. More Vicks. His kids.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been rough because he knew a lot of people, man. Hey, Devin, skinny Devin.
Dude, is he still on here?
I don't know. I'm sure he is.
Probably.
And I can't see the comments, so if you guys are saying something, Yep, he's there. Okay, well, anyhow, I had, oh, dang it. This is me and his daughter that he had just so lovingly named Paris, named after himself.
That's Kevin. You want to take one? Who is that? That's Kevin.
Dang. Crazy, crazy. All right.
Dude, times were crazy back then.
It was, dude.
There was a lot going on back then.
There really was. I mean, it was filled. Everybody was kind of going through something.
Man, that's when we was painting cars out the garage.
Yeah. Oh, dude, man, we had so much fun. I have all of my pictures.
That we painted?
The Monte Carlos, the Candy Fuchsia Crown Vic.
Oh, that's a good one to pull up.
I got that. Actually, I am going to pull that up.
Hey, we were getting busy in that garage.
Yeah.
Till it came to an unfortunate end. Yeah, how many cars do you think we painted in that garage?
Oh, gosh.
50?
I mean, maybe
more.
I mean, it's every bit of that, I would think. A lot of repairs, a lot of full paint jobs.
Dude, cutting quarter panels out.
Oh my God.
Full paint jobs. And then Mr. Building Inspector got a little.
Yeah, he got a little mad at us. See? Dang it, Voodoo. Click the 3 dots on his profile. I totally are you serious? All right. I'm going to do that really quick. And that'll pull up every post probably that I made on his page, right? You ding dong.
Dang, I never knew that.
All right, so let me pull his thing back up. Oops. Paris. So 3 dots. See friendship. What?
Damn, damn. This best gyro again, dude.
Voodoo coming through in the clutch, my guy. Dang it. Now it's not loading. And that might be my internet.
What would really be clutch is one of those Euros.
It's a gyro.
No, it's a Euro.
Yeah, man. Dang. Me and the family. Hold on. Let's bring back the share screen. Me and my guys, man. These guys, man, his kids. I don't know. All right, let's move on from that. This is sour. I can't find the picture that I wanted to show you. Little known Facebook feature. Voodoo, I appreciate that because I needed that. And for some reason, it's not pulling up. No. Do you know who that is?
No.
That's my dad.
Dang, Mark in the house.
Poppy do. What's happening, Dad? Thank you for joining. I do miss Paris. I miss him a lot too. I think we all do.
Man, you seen him the day before.
Yeah, right. The day before he passed, and I remember that because I remember waking up in the morning right after that day.
Yeah, I don't remember what he stopped over for. He was just driving by, maybe. I don't remember.
Just does. That's what he does all the time. I mean, that was my guy, man.
Probably seeing what shenanigans we were up to.
Which, Lord knows, we've been through our fair share of shenanigans. Here it is. Oh my God, dude. Are you ready for this?
Dude, they all in there?
They're all, I mean, a lot of, here it is.
Money.
There's the 96. Okay, guys, I'm going to bring this up. Dang, an hour and a half almost, Tony. Good Lord.
We ain't got nothing better to do.
Hell no. Except for sleep, because you know I'm an old man.
Yeah.
Whoops. Hey, that's us.
Hey, we're on one big screen now.
Wrong button. Okay, so listen, guys. So this is one of the cars. So, you know, we had kind of touched base to let you know that we had a lot of bodywork and paint going on in my garage. And this car was actually one of the guys that we know who does tattoo work. And he, amazing artist, by the way. But this was his, look at what I did.
What is that?
Okay, we're going to close all of this. But I have pictures of his Aero Crown Vic. Thing is, I have a bunch of like progress pictures, and like one during the painting process never got any
finished one.
No completed pictures. So here's what I have though. Let me bring that over here. So this car was in rough shape. If you can't see, is that Devin? Oh no, that's Randy.
That's Randy.
Yeah. Is that who I think it is?
Dude, is that the
infamous boss man, dude? Oh, man. Okay.
That's another story.
Yeah, that's a whole nother ball of wax there, dude.
MIA.
All right. So he's MIA. He might be dead.
Might
so here's, some sanding, getting some high and low spots filled in, getting paint chips, filling in the holes. We glassed over some rust. This was a cheap job, cheap quick fix. Glassed over some of the holes where the logos and emblems were. I think, did we patch the hole? No. Okay. Patch some more holes. And this was after all the body work was done. This is Mr. Tony getting ready. He laid down a silver base coat.
Damn, beardless.
Yeah, beardless. You got a little bit of hair up there too.
A little bit.
Yep. You could see the blue line down the side here.
Tape line.
Where we have some tape. That'll come off. That'll be clear here in a second. We have the lower half of this car in a gloss black. And boom! Candy paint. Literal candy fuchsia on this thing with a silver separating line. And boy, this is the last picture I have, and it sucks. But this car was beautiful until what did he have? 20s?
I think so. I think 20s.
I think there were 20s, and I put the wheels on, and he left. Got on the freeway. I think was this on the on ramp, off ramp.
I don't remember
freeway?
How far into the.
I don't know. I just remember his wheel fell off. I don't know what happened to it after that, but yeah, his wheel fell off, and I was the reason that happened. So
is that the only Vic we painted? I think
that is the only Vic that I think we painted, or at least that I have pictures of, anyways. We have the Magnum
97
Amani.
Vic.
That was it. That was the one.
Oh,
Yep.
well, it's a 2002 Ford Crown.
That's
Vic.
mine.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my Cleveland Heights car.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Nick's bike, new Monte Carlo. That was mine. That Mr. Squirrel did.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the 04 is probably the one we painted then. Up at the top.
Right here. That was the Munch.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Hey, they don't know about them Pontiacs back in the day.
No, and actually, episode 2 last week, I had I spent a lot of time. I actually showed a video of my door panels. Not the door panels. I'm sorry. How we shaved my doors.
Poppers?
The
Yeah.
poppers. I showed them how we shaved the rear reflector. That was a whole thing too. But yeah.
Dude, we tore the streets up that one day on camera.
I got that video too. No. I got it, Tony. I got it.
We're talking.
And you're like.
We're talking. We went a couple cars driving through downtown, and oh, that was a wild night.
Dude, I have it. I know I have it.
We're in front of the Cleveland Indians Stadium.
Oh,
we ain't acknowledging the Guardians. They're still the Indians.
They're the Indians. Cleveland Indians.
We're in front of the stadium. People walking out the stadium on the crosswalk, and we're just sitting there roasting tires.
we drove. We were driving down Rockside Road, and we had just hit Turney Road in Garfield, and you pull up next to me in Boss's truck, and you got the camera on my car.
Yeah,
and we're right in front of the police station, and he's over there doing his thing. I'm like, you're an idiot. So I hammer the throttle. The microphone on the camera is just gurgling. It's so loud. And you're like, oh, you just blew the microphone. If you can't hear me, ladies and gentlemen, his microphone's dead. Blame his car. I have this whole I think it was a half hour, a 40-minute video
of us just
just
terrorizing.
destroying the streets of Cleveland. It was so much fun.
We need to do it again.
No, dude, we can't.
Why?
I mean, we
Now
could.
you can get away with it even more. They don't care.
You got a point. You got a freaking point.
Remember the dude's lawn across the street from my mom's house? We tore his grass up.
Oh, dude.
The only reason I brought that up is because I got a phone call today at work.
Today?
Yeah, and I'm talking on the phone, and I'm like, this dude sounds familiar. And he's asking me about an alternator. What did he have? A Tahoe? I think he had it's a Monte Carlo, 5.3 Monte Carlo with the V8. And I give him a price, and he's like, all right, I'll come up there. He's like, what's your name? And I was like, Tony. He's like, from American Base?
No.
And I'm like, oh, my God.
You're
I
like,
knew this dude's voice sounded familiar.
no.
He said, this is White Boy.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
said-
That could not, like, the white boy.
The White Boy.
The blackest, I'm sorry, the whitest black guy named White Boy.
will not acknowledge that he's black.
He
He thinks he's white.
He's black, like dark, very dark black. And he calls himself White Boy. He talks like a white boy. Like,
And tells everybody he's white.
he will not acknowledge he's black. It's the weirdest but funniest thing in the entire world.
So he's like, hey, how's it been? Blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, how's Big Boy doing? He all right? I said, yeah, he's good. He said, what about that neighbor? You still tearing up his grass? I said, that dude's been gone for 10, 12 years.
Oh, no. I can't believe that. How funny is that? And this was today.
Today, dude. I forgot to tell you, and now I remembered about it.
Oh, my God. That guy, I mean, we were going into the mall and stuff when you were working at the rim shop, or not even working at the rim shop, when Bob was in the shop, in the mall at the rim shop. Oh.
And then when I was working there, that's when he was getting wild.
Oh, my God.
Because that's when he really got to know us.
Yeah, get to really get comfortable, man. Oh my God, I have not heard his name for so
Dude,
long.
I didn't even know he was alive still.
Unbelievable. That is hilarious. I'm telling you, we got to do this again, and I gotta be more prepared and have videos and stuff that we can share, because I can't believe that it's been an hour and 35 minutes and we're still rambling about nothing. Oh, we got 8 viewers. That's cool. I don't know. I guess, what do we do here? Are we done? I mean, oh, wait, hold on. Oh, by the way, Kev, some quick info on my Merc. It's got, okay, so we got some
he's
info.
back.
He's alive. So, whoa, that's really big. Sorry about that. Long stainless works, long tube headers, full 2.5-inch exhaust, intake tuned on 93 by Marty, and a built 355. I just picked up the stage 3 comp cams. Holy crap. Okay, so the Marty is Mo's Speed Shop down in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
The guy where I went and picked up my Marauder from.
Yep.
He's, anybody who calls it a Marty tune, and it's a very common term nowadays. That
He's well known in that.
huge. The first people that come in there and say, "Hey, I want to do something to my car," first thing everybody says, "Marty tune," and he's a good guy too. Like, he'll take care of you. And actually, fun fact, he has the Stainless Works exhaust. Stainless Works is a local company to us. They're
in Ohio. Yeah.
What, 20 minutes from my house?
Yeah.
They're in Streetsboro. Yeah, that was a long text. You ain't kidding. Oh man, Brooke, I see you. Hi, daughter. I also saw you staring at me over on the steps.
Yeah, we saw you creeping.
Yeah, you creep. Oh my God, Tony, I can't. Oh, someone's back. I hear noises. I can't see, but I hear noises. Oh, Junior. Hi. Do you want to say hi? Come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my wild daughter. The camera's over here today.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, now you want to be shy.
Mini me.
You forced your way. What did you eat?
Chicken salad.
Holy,
Chicken salad.
you smell like chicken salad. All right, now go.
Hi.
Now go away. She forces her way in here and then gets shy. Man. Go away. just recently put a Hot Licks flamethrower kit. Oh my god, what is wrong with this guy?
Hey, we need him up here. We got to make a video.
Dude, where are you at? What?
Hey, what you think about a video of him shooting the flamethrowers? We're roasting marshmallows on him.
Dude, stop it right now.
We're making s'mores off his
Where
exhaust.
are you? Where are you? I need to know how far you are from Cleveland. Or it's not really Cleveland for me anymore, but an hour east of Cleveland. That would be amazing. Oh, Justin said hi to Brooke. I apologize. Oh, South Florida.
Oh, we're on the way.
I'm
Pack
coming.
the bags.
Aren't you wanting to go down there anyways?
Hey,
For
what do you guys think about moving this Panther Lights operation down to Florida?
Man, don't tease me. I want to get out of here so bad. Like I'm not an Ohio hater like everyone else is that lives here. I think it's beautiful. I think there are a lot of parts of Ohio that are actually awesome to be in.
It's just the weather sucks.
Just when you get in the heat of, I say heat, no pun intended. When you get in the middle of winter where there is zero heat for 7 or 8 months on end, it gets flippin' depressing.
Yeah. You ain't riding your toys, no bikes, no cars. You're
No, I'm
stuck in the house.
I'm not interested in that. So me and my wife, I could probably call her by her first name. My wife Mary, have been talking about the potentials of getting the hell out of Ohio. Maybe I don't know if we'll do it anytime soon, but I definitely have thought about a warmer state. I don't know if I want to go to Florida. I'm sure it's beautiful down there, but
I think we would kill it in Florida.
you think Florida is the place to go? What about Texas?
Texas, I think, is big, but I think you're talking car scene. What's this guy's name?
2-valve Kevin.
2-valve Kevin. Tell this Kevin. Tell this Kevin about that Florida car scene.
Yeah.
I think it's unmatched.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so here's my thing.
But I think Texas is probably top 5, I bet.
Voodoo actually has a very good point that I want to bring up because I think this is actually going to be really clever in my way of answering this. So right here, he said, Texas, as you were touching on last stream, we'll get into that in a second, is a good idea for business, plus it's the middle of the state, so shipping costs should be average, and he's right, because from here to the West Coast is insane. I have a rather large following in Texas. Not saying that I don't get Florida customers and things like that, which I'm sure that will change, obviously, if I'm there local. But I have a huge following. Like I had a really progressive, a really successful week this week in terms of like actual turnaround time. I've got like half a dozen boxes. I'm not kidding you. 3 of those are on their way to Texas.
Damn.
So
Hey.
I got the following out there. That's the thing. Like, I mean, I love my
opposed to it.
Love my Texas guys, but I mean, I have to think about other aspects, like you said, if the car scene is as big as it is in Florida, maybe it's worth considering, Okay. Oh, shucks. Making noises. Kirby. Whoop, wrong one. Sorry. Kirby, do you do aero lights? Whales get all the aftermarket parts. Yeah, you're right. So, Tony, if you don't know, Whale is the 98 and newer body style, okay?
98 and newer.
Yep.
Okay.
The Aero's 97 and older.
97 to the box?
Before, yeah, correct.
Okay.
You know how they kind of like, they're like, I don't know if you know what they look like, but they're kind of like pointy-nosed.
Yeah.
They call those the Aero.
Okay.
So, I've actually answered this question before, but I will address it again. The lenses on the Aero body style will definitely make any of the modifications that I do completely useless. So I do have some things that I would like to address at some point as far as like, making clear lenses for those, but those have a fluted texture to the lens. And should anything get, put into that headlight, the lens is just going to destroy it anyways. So I just decide not even to offer it and not take anybody's money because it will be a waste of money on your behalf.
Nobody came out with a smooth lens?
No, there is no aftermarket lenses for those. So if there was, which I probably can at some point, consider that option, but I will not. I can do it. I can physically build a set of headlights for the Aeros.
Right. It's just
I don't want to take
Not
your
worth
money.
it. Yeah.
You know, for you to yield no result. It's not fair. So yeah.
Robert say something about South Carolina.
Yep. Upstate South Carolina is one of the biggest and fastest growing areas in the country. I got to tell you, I have not been personally.
I've heard it's a nice area.
I've heard a lot.
Isn't that where they're doing all those ugly squatted trucks, though?
Dude.
We can't be a part of that.
Didn't they lawed that out? They ruled it out, I think.
I think some people are still defying the rules, though.
I mean, I guess just like anywhere else. But man,
Who's that one YouTuber, Whistling Diesel?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he buying all those things and smashing them?
He was. And actually, he was doing the right thing because I hate that. What do they call that? There's a word for that.
Carolina squat, isn't it?
Is that what it is? Okay, so it was that straightforward.
It's so ugly. People are starting to do that here. I've seen some cars like that, trucks like that here.
I'm not interested, man.
No, dude,
Not
you got to be
interested.
level. You need that leveling kit on there.
Yep. I like level. I don't like any rake in any direction. I like to have it completely level. I think that looks good. Cedar Point. Okay, so we're talking about Cedar Point now.
That's one thing we got.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't know, because there's not enough here to keep me here.
The weather is the biggest downside.
Yeah,
I see your dad's still coming.
Dad, where are you going? I know
We're coming with you. We're trying.
No, don't tell him that because then he won't tell us where he's going.
He's gonna need somebody to ride with if my bike's ever done.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We got to get you one.
That is so funny. Listen, if I got to at some point I have to. I mean, at the end of the day, I got to get a bike. You know, if there's anything, and I don't know if this is going to sound like all soft and mushy, but if there's anything that I think that my dad and I can do together is ride motorcycles, because I don't do anything with my family or really and my friends anymore because I work my tail off, but it would be nice to have a bike because a lot of you included, a lot of my friends are motorcycle guys now, so I'm kind of like the lone wolf.
Touching on your, I believe it was your last episode when you and Dale were talking about just jumping in the car, windows down, music playing.
Yep, that was episode 2.
You said that's the best feeling.
It is. I
Until you're doing the same thing on a bike.
Is it like? I mean, is it that?
Dude, that wind and it's a whole different feeling. You could literally just jump on a bike and you will ride till you don't even know where you're going. You'll just jump on and ride. It's just a whole different feeling, a whole different experience.
I can see that because I mean,
especially if you got a bagger, you got some music playing.
The feeling, the freedom, I think is probably what I don't know. This is just something from the outside looking in, how I can see just the feeling of being free. I just don't know if I can get. I mean, because like if I get a bike, I mean I'm big. That's your first problem. I'm a really big guy.
Oh, you just got to jump on a road glide and you're good, dude.
I don't know how. I mean, I don't know. When we were down, okay, we're gonna bring up Nashville. When we were down in Nashville and I was sitting on them Harleys at the okay, Mary just flat out said I'm not getting a bike. See, this is what I'm talking about.
You can keep it at my house.
Okay. You're right, I won't get a bike.
Mark, you got room in your garage?
Oh, he's got 2 garages, so he can find some room for me. See, okay, Robert, this is perfect. Right here. Perfect what I'm talking about. So my wife will not let me get a bike. So everybody who is into motorcycles right here, right now, tell her I'm getting a bike.
Dude, it's a whole different feeling, whole different lifestyle. It's crazy.
See? Dad, you got to convince her, please.
You already know what he said.
I know what he said. He told me to throw her away. No, he didn't. I'm just kidding. He said
quit being a bee.
Yeah. Go ahead and buy one, but you ain't riding it. What's the point?
Yeah, he's just going to look at it.
I mean, I don't even have room to just look at it. I want to get on the bike and go. Man. See? Right there. Hold on. Robert's got my back. See what I mean? He's getting a bike. Thank you.
We just won't keep it here. She won't know.
She won't have an idea. Listen, there's nothing to be afraid of if you're smart.
Especially if you're riding in a group. Everybody's more cautious of
Sure.
you because obviously you're making more noise.
Yeah.
You got music on there. People know you're there. It's when you're on these quiet bikes, people.
Yeah. I mean, I
seen Brooke said she don't trust you on a bike.
What? She said that to me?
Somewhere I thought I saw that.
Honestly, I don't trust you with motorcycles. What is that supposed to mean, you turd?
She knows how you hot rod them cars.
You're a little turd. Loud pipe saves lives. He ain't lying.
Yeah. Well,
Buy it. Oh, see, this is perfect. It's always better to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission.
Yeah, it's worth a couple weeks on the couch. I agree.
Yeah.
So
She'll get over it, right?
Brooke saying she don't trust you. I think she knows how you hot rod the cars and drive like a maniac, but when you're on a Harley, it's different.
Sure.
You're cruising. I mean, they got some power to them, but you're cruising. You're not really driving crazy on a Harley.
You know,
I'll give you an example.
yeah.
Somebody we both know.
Are we stating names? Don't do it. If this is incriminating in any way.
No, it's not incriminating.
Oh, okay.
Just
okay.
the relationship between y'all is a little weird.
Oh, I got you. All right, go ahead.
So Mr. Chris
Yeah.
has still crotch rocket, and he was driving to work all the time. Every time he gets on it, just driving like a maniac. 150, 160 miles an hour, racing cars, all kinds of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
So now he goes out, buys a brand new Road Glide, kept the crotch rocket, didn't trade it in, and I seen him the other day, and I'm like, hey, I've been seeing you posting pictures of the Harley. What's going on with the crotch rocket?
He said no go.
He said, I ain't been on that thing since I bought the Harley. And he's like, I ride it completely different.
You know,
You're just chilling. You're just cruising, relaxing.
this sounds a little silly. So to kind of piggyback off of that a little bit, we had a couple of years ago, we had a Dodge Charger Scat Pack. It's not fast, super fast by any stretch of the word, but I mean it's
got some juice to it.
It's got a little oomph, and it's one of those cars that you can railroad quite a bit, and the car won't bark back at you. You know what I mean? It just does what you want it to. And I had a better time in that car doing the speed limit on the freeway with the windows down and the music up than I did ever pushing the pedal to the floor.
Yeah.
For that reason.
Similar,
yeah, for that reason is why I think that I would enjoy
You're just relaxed.
a motorcycle.
Yeah.
A Harley, particularly a bagger, something that I can actually be comfortable with. Do what I did to your mom. He just brought it home. My dad was a total beast when it comes to stuff like when he wants something,
Savage.
Savage, that's the word. He just does it. And then they fight for a month and it's over and done with. I say month, but that might be a little.
Mary, make a deal with him.
What's the deal?
He can get a bike when my bike's done, so that'll probably be never.
Now, Mary, you might have something. A leg to stand on here. Okay, so she brought up try my dad. I'm assuming by this conversation you mean trying to get his bike. Is that what you're saying? Because if that's what you're saying, this is not. I can't do that, and I'll be very specific why I'm telling you that I won't do that. Because that bike, who had belonged to your dad, would not look the same by the time that I'm done with it, and that might ruffle some feathers within the family.
Might seem a little disrespectful. Maybe they might take it.
Yeah, which obviously there's no disrespect meant
meant
all.
by it. I mean, you want it, but you want it to look your way. You don't want it to look
right. And at the end of the day, it would be his bike. So for me,
it's a catch-22.
that's the thing. Like I see it as respect, where I would treat it.
Like it's still his bike.
Yeah,
just don't look the same.
correct. And but from their family and probably Mary, she wouldn't see it that way. Especially when it comes out, it's a different color, and
Why'd you change this?
the handlebars are different, and the bags aren't leather anymore. Or, it would be a whole completely new bike, and she and probably the rest of the family just wouldn't be very happy with me. So I couldn't buy that bike, even though there's a decent deal that was presented to me. I couldn't buy that motorcycle.
There's a similar situation. My nephew, I guess technically he'd be my nephew, but we're like 4 months apart in age.
What?
Yeah.
Your nephew is 4 months younger than you?
Yeah, that's weird, but
That's kind of a weird scenario. How does that work? You don't have, okay, that's okay. Go ahead.
so I got older half brothers and
Yeah.
half sisters.
right.
So it's one of my half brothers, his son.
Does that make you half uncle?
I mean, I guess.
Okay, go ahead.
What's up? I'm your half uncle.
Half uncle. A funkle.
So I sold him some speakers recently for his bike, and I didn't know, but he's got his grandfather's old bike, and it don't obviously look the same as it did when he got it, but he's like, at the end of the day, I mean,
It's still
Grandpa's bike.
right. And he probably treats it with respect because of that.
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how I envision
He kind of tells everybody, like, how awesome is it that I got my grandpa's bike? Like,
Right.
He
Right.
used to ride his bike all the time.
he was able to keep it in the family.
Now I have it. Obviously, it don't look the same.
Right. Yeah, my dad just said, just do it. I don't know. I couldn't. I feel bad.
Yeah.
I feel
I mean,
bad. Just because
I can see both sides.
I respect the family, and I don't know that I have that bone in my body to do that. Devin said just put it in the garage and say it's a customer's bike.
Boom.
Forever.
Works. You gotta wait till I move in. It'll be easier to.
It would be a lot easier because
Pass
you
it
do
off.
the motorcycles, so that would be the way to go. I can't believe we're going on 2 hours, Tony.
I can't believe people are still watching us.
I can't believe there's still people engaging. You guys actually kind of like us today. That's kind of funny. Okay. I'm not mad at it. Let's see here. Oh, we just lost a couple. Okay, I don't like you guys either. I don't know. What do you say we wrap this thing up? Because I don't have anything else to cover. Do you?
No,
No?
not really.
Okay. Well, for a complete... Oh, 2-Valve Kevin said, I'm enjoying it, to be honest. Dude, I appreciate that because this was the most thrown together jalopy of an episode that I've ever... And yes, I just used the term jalopy.
We might need to get another one going, not on the Panther Lights page, since we kind of went way off
Yeah.
topic.
We have a... One thing I can say about me and Tony is that we have, amongst our group of friends, we have our own way of talking and our own way of communicating with each other in a way where, like, you guys might look at us and go, you guys are strange. But, like, I trying to tame that as best I can because this is my professional business page. I am not trying to step too far out of the business guy realm or box, but we might have to explore this option because I mean for 2 hours this was a lot of fun. I got to tell you.
People like to see like a business they follow though, kind of behind the scenes, not as professional.
Sure.
Kind of like to see the behind the scenes action.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, I know that. Yeah.
Because you see them in a professional kind of setting all the time.
Kind of let loose a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to see how they really act.
And I do appreciate that, but like, I don't know. I guess like me going through, this whole Panther Lights Live thing, Dale and
I'm
I
supposed to stick to the.
Well, am I though? Like that's my question. So when me and Dale met for probably about a year or so ago, we talked about doing this. I mean, almost immediately, because him and I hit it off pretty good. We have a lot of the same interests, you know, with cameras and microphones. Like we really have a lot in similar, a lot in common. And we
I remember I met Dale the one day.
yeah, oh, that's right. You were
The real Dale.
the
I'm the fake Dale.
yeah. You're not Dale. You met him the day that he was getting ready, supposed to leave, and then we had that little hiccup at the end there.
Yeah, he was a cool dude.
He's a good dude, and we talked about this for a while, but we never really had a clear, like, where do we go with it? And I think if you can tell from the first couple of episodes, like, we had topics, we had things that we wanted to talk about that were Panther related, but like, I got to think about this. And for the, you know, the short little handful of people that are still here with us, do I continue? Obviously, it is Panther Lights Live, and obviously, there's always going to be aspects of Panther Lights, always, forever, because that's what this is. That's who I am. It is in my blood at this point. But do I keep this live stream
business focused,
tailored to Panther Lights and like strictly only that? Or should I maybe do this something like Panther Lights Unleashed or something, and it's like not Panther Lights? It's me because I'm Panther Lights, but the podcast or the video or live stream isn't. Does that make sense? Like, can we make this more of a general conversation? Make this a thing where we can just let loose and not specifically talk about Panthers all day long. So that's the struggle I have.
Hey, or do we just start a different one?
Exactly.
And let wild.
Exactly. And then we could just have complete chaos, which I have to tame myself when I'm here at Panther Lights Live. I have to tame myself a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously it's cool that we want to make, make entertaining content and be able to actually, communicate with our audience and still have some business tied to this whole thing. Because ultimately that's what we're doing. You know, this is a business, even though we're still having fun, but this is still my business. Or just kind of go crazy, and it's cool. We're still getting comments. I appreciate the hell out of you guys.
If we just go crazy, we might
scare some people.
We might get canceled.
Oh no, oh man. Robert's still watching TV. That's awesome. I appreciate you. No, I get that. Kevin at work, another with the boys. Yes, sir. You have to be two different people just because, like, from the because obviously I have a tight community and the people that I know me by name.
Yeah.
When they reach out to me or they tag Panther Lights, they always say Kevin at Panther. They know me.
Right.
Those are the people that I know that I'm okay with just being me.
Maybe we start a different one then.
I'm wondering, just because I can invite, it can be just Kevin that isn't Panther Lights.
We can go crazy. Talk about guns, motorcycles,
politics. Do we do that?
It's a little iffy nowadays. Not on the Panther Lights page.
No, certainly not here.
Food reviews.
Dude. Listen, we're both fat. Let's just call it like it is. We like to eat. Dinner was pretty good today. What do you think?
Yeah, I approve.
Yeah, you approve. Let's see. I feel like this should be an extension of Panther Lights, where customers and fans can veer off a bit of the business side and have more of natural feeling interactions. And that is a beautiful way of saying this, because that's exactly what I've been doing, where I would tone down the more, I say wild side. I'm not wild, but like I'm silly.
It used to be. We used to be.
Used
wild.
to be, absolutely. But age has hit me a little bit, and we're not really, going too crazy these days. But I have been tailoring my conversations and my quote unquote, I don't know if professionalism is the word I want to use, but I've been trying to keep it in a box, and for that reason. So you kind of hit that right on the head.
We got some more comments going.
Yeah, we do. Robert says, just plug your business, share updates on each episode, and get and get each guest to talk about what started their passion for the cars and just let the conversation flow. Again, perfect. Me and Dale kind of hit that on the head with this Panther Lights Live. That's kind of the direction we've been going, is wanting to just make this a conversation about Panthers. But then in the back of my head, I got this itch, like, do I want to do something different? And
maybe you do both.
We could do both. And I think that's the key, because I got to tell you, just sitting here for, 2 hours now, talking about just anything, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it at all. I think we can really do something special with this. Voodoo. Holy Moses. Loose topics is cool. If you want to keep them separate, then schedule separate title series on the same channel. The way people can... this is great.
Yeah.
So technically, we could do it within the Panther Lights, just have a different show.
We need a whole new name.
Yeah. Like, this is Panther Lights Live. This is, maybe, obviously geared towards my Panther community and things like that. That's obviously important. But the other side of that, maybe we could still do it. I don't know. We'll tailor. We'll figure that out. But I think this is a lot of fun. Like being... Oh, okay. Mary, we are not going down that road. Did you see this? Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what she's talking about? You saw it?
When you went in Brooke's room.
All right, listen.
That's great.
For anybody, I'm not going to give you a link. I'm just going to let you go find it. If anybody wants to see who I am and what kind of dumb-ish I get myself into, that's where you want to go. I'm not going to say it any further. Just go check it out. It's dumb and absolutely hilarious. Let's see. Mary, okay, you're out of your tree if you think that this is true.
You're wilder than him.
You are absolutely off your rocker. You are nuts. No, you're worse than I am. So simple as that. Oh my God. He saw it.
Kevin calmed you down.
He saw it. Yeah. Thank you. I calmed you down, Mary. But Justin saw it. So that's who I am. Oh, man. I just realized you follow me. Voodoo just followed you back. Hell yeah. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Definitely appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say. Dang, I can't believe this.
Dude, I was at your spot the other day.
My spot?
Yep.
Where's this?
Dave's.
Stop it. Is it weird that we just had dinner like a couple of hours ago and I'm hungry already? Wait, that was 5 hours ago.
Oh, yeah, I'm hungry too.
Mary.
What you got in there?
What you got in there? I'm hungry. We should listen. I mean, we're always about food. We love food. We should, I know nobody wants to hear us like eating and talking, but we should do like
a food review?
Food reviews or something.
Dude, let me tell you this. So I had Dave's like last week. I don't know if...
Tell people what Dave's is if they don't know.
You guys are in other states, so I don't know what's going on out there. But we have a place, Dave's Hot Chicken.
It is.
I know it's not only here, but I don't know what other states it's in.
Listen, for those of you who don't know what Dave's Hot Chicken is, imagine right now in your head.
Nashville style chicken with a crisp on it.
Yes. But before you go down that road, imagine the best chicken sandwich you've ever had in your entire life, right? Picture that in your head right now. Throw it in the garbage. This place, Dave's Hot Chicken, has the absolute best hot chicken sandwiches I have ever tasted in my entire life. All of their flavors have a saucy kind of like texture, but it's still crispy.
It's still crisp like that, like the Nashville Hot,
and incredibly flavorful
sauce, yeah.
and tender. Oh,
they got a little coleslaw. What was that, coleslaw?
Coleslaw, yeah, coleslaw. Yep. And I hate coleslaw, but like I'll
eat it on a sandwich.
Yeah,
but I won't eat it by itself.
Yeah. You know what else I don't like? Do you?
Is it on that sandwich?
Not particularly. It's there.
They have it there?
Mm-hmm. You ready? Crinkle cut fries.
Oh, yeah. It took me a minute.
But they're the best crinkle cut fries I've ever eaten in my life.
It's that seasoning they got on there.
God,
So
listen, you
I
guys are missing out.
If you don't have one, then I don't know what to tell you, but you need to find one if there's one near you.
Listen, everybody who's watching this right now, which there's only 6 I'm seeing right now, everybody, hopefully you can kind of back out of YouTube and it still keeps us like at the top. So don't back out if you have to do that. But go to your Google Maps or Apple Maps and type in Dave's Hot Chicken. Find the closest one and drive there tomorrow. You will not be disappointed, I promise.
So I had that maybe about a week ago. And then yesterday, I was just trying to find something quick. So I hit Old Reliable, Never Let You Down. Good old Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah. That's an easy second best. But, I mean, it's a distant second for me.
So I said I needed comparison, but it wasn't a side-by-side, same-day comparison.
Yeah.
Got the old spicy deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't know, man. You can't really compare them.
No,
because they're
not the same.
They're two completely different styles.
They are because the Chick-fil-A sandwiches still have like that.
He said he's going 113 miles. Hey, plan a day and take the drive.
Go, dude. That's only a handful of hours. You can make this happen.
2 hours, you're there.
Yeah, 2 hours is really all that's going to turn into.
You're going to smash. They got tenders and they got sandwiches.
Get there, get the double sandwiches, I promise you, and then ask for extra Dave sauce. I promise you will not be disappointed.
Eat it. You're probably going to have to take a nap for like a half hour in the car before you drive back.
Before you drive, you're going to need a nap. Okay. Oh, wait. Is your story good? You done?
For a basic, like kind of a basic sandwich, that thing.
Yeah, it's still bangs.
Still up there.
It still bangs. I like it because it has like that. It still has
moist.
like a.
It's like
it
a
is
moist chicken,
but it's weird because it's still fast food. But like
it's not.
It's not. It is, but it isn't.
It don't taste like fast food, really.
No. So Brooke is bringing up a funny little thing. Anybody who cares to hear this, I'm going to tell you a story about eggplant. Tony, you know this story. So I was in my wee little preteen age. I'm pretty sure I was in the preteens. And Justin, hey, I got one an hour from me tomorrow.
Take the drive if you've never been there.
Right now.
Not right now.
No,
closed.
don't go now. But start planning.
Some
right
of them
now.
are open late, dude. I think the one by us is open till midnight.
Oh, he can make it.
I don't know if that's all of them.
Dude, if they're open till midnight.
Where are you located at, Justin?
Justin, I feel like he's bought. I've done work with him, and I apologize. I have no idea where he's at. I can't remember for the life of me. But I'm going to tell you while we're waiting on that. So I was in my wee little preteen age, I'm pretty sure. And Dad, I don't know if you're still here, but do you remember the Christian family, Sherry and Rick, who lived across the street from us, and their boy Josh and Gracie and all them? So I used to play. Sorry, Devin, not like that.
Not that eggplant.
Not that eggplant.
We ain't talking about the emoji. We talking about the real one.
Yeah, the real eggplant. So I was sitting. I was at my neighbor's house, hanging out with their son Josh, and we were good friends. But they lived directly across the street from us, and we had sat down watching TV. And I think at the time we were watching VeggieTales of all things.
Oh, man.
So, like, that was totally, like, my thing. Justin said he's north of Tucson, Arizona.
Jeez.
Okay, so make your trip. Go there tomorrow.
Oh, so his time.
Actually, your time, right. What are you, 3 hours?
Dude.
2 hours.
He's either 2 or 3, one of the.
Dude, you got time. Go. That's it.
Hop
go
in the car right now.
Get off the live stream and go. You will not be mad. Anyway, so I'm sitting down on the floor with Josh watching VeggieTales of all things. And Sherry, the mother, the sweetest lady in the entire planet, come around. Sweetie, Kevin, would you like to join us for dinner? Well, I was a kid who liked chicken and pizza. And I said, as picky as I was at the time, I said, what's for dinner tonight? She said, eggplant. And me, never having that in my life, decided to decline her offer and say, no, thank you. I appreciate it, though. I'll be eating at home. No problem. And she goes about her business. And I'm sitting there, VeggieTales. Oh, yeah, having a good time. I kid you not. Mrs. Sherry comes up behind me with a handful of eggplant. While I'm watching VeggieTales, she shoves this eggplant in my mouth. Okay? Let me tell you something. What had
You don't
happened?
want eggplant shoved in your mouth.
What had happened? Here we go again. Thanks, guys. Listen, what had happened was I have never thrown up so much in my life. So the nearest bathroom in this house where we were at was on the second floor.
Oh, that's rough.
I threw up all in their living room, all the way up the steps and around the corner into the bathroom. I don't know that any of my spew got in the toilet where it belonged.
They had to call the hazmat crew.
I have never, ever one time since then. I'm 38. Since my teens, early teens, maybe not even preteens, ever one time ever had eggplant ever again because of that. So I will never, not once, ever try eggplant. If I smell eggplant, I get sick.
In the videos, it looks good, though.
It does look good, especially like eggplant parmesan and...
Yeah, or breaded and fried eggplant.
Bruh.
I tried it when I was little, and I didn't like it, but it's been a long time since I tried it.
Don't do it.
I really don't have a desire to try it.
No, don't do it. It's disgusting. I mean, okay. This is her fault. This is her fault.
Yeah, you don't just do that.
You don't
Especially
do that.
something you never had before.
To a kid. I was a
Yeah.
kid, a young, naive person, which is why I declined it. And she shoved that piece of eggplant. Just, I had to get rid of it. There was no possible way for me to keep that down at all. And it ruined it for me forever and ever and ever. So, Sherry, it's your fault. So, anyway. I full sent it. You ain't kidding. No, this ain't happening. Episode 4 will not have eggplant in it. I promise you, everybody. We're gonna mukbang this up, but it ain't gonna be no eggplant. I promise. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, my cheeks hurt from smiling. That's. Where are we at here? 2 hours, 17 minutes. I keep looking at the clock just because I'm surprised that that we're just mumbling this long.
Dude, when are we getting your dad on here?
Dude, Papa Do, you coming on? You gotta come. You gotta come over here and get on them. He won't even take a picture. Oh, what?
Oh, you don't eat oatmeal?
No. And actually, correct me if I'm wrong, Dad. Aren't you aren't you like that with popcorn too? Which I love popcorn. Because I think, if I remember correctly, I'm going to speak before he answers, but I think he used to work like at some popcorn thing. Like I don't know if it was a factory or a place where they make or bagged popcorn or something. Oh, he said nope. Am I wrong? Help me out on this. I thought you hated popcorn or something. Maybe I made this up in my head. I don't know. Okay, so we're talking about tumblers. Devin is a little mad at you, Tony, because Mary made you a tumbler.
He ain't mad at me. He's mad at Mary.
He's mad at you because you have a tumbler and he doesn't.
No, he's mad at Mary.
He's mad at you because you have it.
I didn't ask for it. I was just
Mary, that's your fault.
but I did not decline it.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
You never told them what I was even here for in the first place.
Why you're here?
Yeah, you said you were going to get into it.
I did. That was like my opening statement too, wasn't it?
2.5 hours.
Well, I wish I had photo. Oh, dude. You think there's any more beard hair in there?
I don't know. Hopefully not.
Okay, so I had a customer who I am building a set of headlights for. I don't know what year. I apologize offhand, but it is a Kia Soul of all things.
The hamster car.
The hamster car. And when I got this email, I'm like, I'm totally intrigued. Like, I was like, this has to be, I mean, I have to do this. So this is a pretty wild build. I'll be sharing this one for sure. But we had, the job calls for us to black out the entire housing. And a lot of times when these OEM manufacturers have like chrome reflective surfaces and stuff, there's a gloss black plastic underneath. So I get lucky when I strip the chrome, I'm left with this beautiful black gloss black. This particular headlight didn't have that. It was bright ass white. So I used a normal, what I normally do is satin black finish out of an aerosol can. And it normally comes out beautiful. And it did. The quality of work was fine, but it just didn't match because everything else was super gloss black. So this guy, being I'm going to toot his own horn for him here for a minute. He does an amazing job at painting. And I mean, like base coat, clear coat, like automotive paint. This dude is incredible. So I have him here to learn me a few things. And he came over here to paint these pieces for me. And I got to show, actually, you know what? Entertain them for 2 seconds. I'm going to take a picture. Can I do that?
I don't care.
I'll be right back.
This is your house.
Oh, my goodness.
Devin, why has it got to be a black one that you want? I got a white one.
Oh, my God. Look at that.
Justin said plug some merchandise.
Ooh, I should do that.
Grab that. Oh,
Where's the tumbler?
it's on the thing right there. These will be on the website soon. I work here now.
Yeah, you do. You might as well.
So Mary made this for me, not Devin.
She made it for not Dale, not Devin.
Not Dale, not Devin. She made it for Tony. Which way I gotta go?
There you go. Over here.
This way?
This way. Oh, yeah, you got it. My bad. That's like super duper bright. I wonder if I can like make it dimmer. I'll probably mess it up if I do, but I'm going to try it anyways.
No.
Hold on, guys. We're almost there. Yeah, that's kind of good-ish.
So, we have this tumbler.
I love it. So this is yet again one of the things that we're going to be putting on the website. That again we are removing.
It's not a vinyl sticker just on a tumbler.
Nope, that is a full high quality print.
Smooth, you can't even tell.
Yep, that's an actual high quality print. My wife does an amazing job. We got tumblers, T-shirts. We got. Eventually, we're going to be getting into like baseball hats and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm going to airdrop this to my computer here. If it goes, there it goes.
Yeah, I think the black would look good.
Okay, so I'm going to bring that back up. Okay. Where's it at? This video sucks because we had to have the lights off. But I'm going to screen share this with you guys. This is these black pieces. Look at that. Oh, my God. Look at that. I mean, high quality, high gloss, no dirt, no runs. I mean,
mirror.
It's an absolute piece of glass on these interior pieces for the headlights. So this guy, honest to God, is a flippin' artist when it comes to automotive paint. Not Dale. So anyways, that is the reason why he's here. So we are going to be offering that a lot more. I mean, granted, the prices are going to be a lot higher, but than my typical, aerosol can.
Color match.
Yep. Color matching. So anybody who has like a particular paint that they want their headlights to match will be able to do that. Like I had a guy, and actually anybody who's here that is actually part of the Panther platform knows who Chad Lemon probably is. He has a white Grand Marquis with the Marauder front end. We ended up doing white headlights with white markers, and Chef Kiss.
Probably looks good.
Oh, dude, and we got 3/4 halos on there, dude. Oh my god, one of my favorite ones. Don't gas Tony up like that. Oh yeah, it's my. Oh, you guys are wilding over here.
Hey, pour me up real quick.
Rub it in, Tone. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. Okay, let's really wrap this thing up this time.
Yeah.
I think it's time. 2.5 hours in almost. All right, listen. So 317 comments. We've got 7 thumbs up. Come on, guys. What's going? This is amateur hour. I might be interested in paint matching the headlights. Well, let's do that. Actually, that would be the perfect color.
Oh yeah, that
to
would
paint match. Like perfect. Please, let's do this. Please, let's do this. Mine's Arizona beige metallic, and I think it'd be nice. This has got to be the best color, I think, for paint matching.
Oh yeah, what is it, like a charcoal gray type thing?
It's kind of. Do you remember my Monte Carlo?
Yeah, it's like that.
Kind of like that.
Okay.
Yep. It's like a greenish, grayish kind of
Arizona
beige. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Honestly, it's a good looking color. Actually, in the sun, that thing pops like a lot.
Hey, Devin ain't lying.
150 comments are for me. You're not lying at all, sir. But listen, so there's 4 people still left. That's probably the 4 people who have been talking to us for the past 2 hours. I can't see live viewers. It does show me how many and how many thumbs up. We've got 9 now. Oh, we got 6 eyeballs. Listen, if all 6 of you people didn't give me a thumbs up right now,
hit that button.
Hit that button right now. I'll wait.
Don't worry. I'll wait.
All right. So listen, for real. All of this aside, I do appreciate everyone who did join us today. I personally had a lot of fun, even though we didn't. Look, if I'm being honest with you, and I may not have said this out loud to you, Tony, but if I'm being honest, I was a little skeptical. I thought we were going to talk for like 20 minutes, half hour maybe.
Oh, yeah. And it just kept going.
This is dumb. 2.5 hours in, and we're still, I think we could probably still keep going.
You could probably go another 2.5 hours.
Probably could. So I just appreciate anyone who did actually join in today, who did actually, contribute to today's show, even though it was not a scripted show. There was no actual topics. We just got on here and blabbed. That's it. And I think that makes probably
people like that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people like the just spontaneous,
Sure. And you know what? To that point, this might even spawn another conversation, but like when I started this, when me and Dale talked about the start of this, and actually you and I have talked about this a long time ago, but we don't have a lot of just hangout shows or hangout conversations. A lot of the podcasts and a lot of the videos and a lot of the other things that I see, I mean, they might act as conversationalism and just like the way I think, the structure, they try to hide the structure with the way that they converse. But like, there's still notes. There's still a list. There's still topics, key things that they must say, things that they must not say. Like, I never wanted this to be like that.
Nope. Raw and uncut.
Uncut. Just, that's why it's live. I mean, if we wanted this to be structured in a podcast, I just record it, edit it, and upload it.
Right.
This is live because I want people to see how much of an idiot I am. Like, that's the whole point. And I want people to know that Panther Lights, even though I am, quote unquote, the premier place to get headlights for the Panther platform, I'm human. I'm a normal, just dummy person. And I just want people to see that. So
Devin said we were going to wrap it up an hour ago.
I know. Well, yeah, we were going to do that in 1 hour and then an hour.
People are still watching.
I mean, why not? You guys are still letting us talk and you're still here. Like, oh, and now we have 10 thumbs up. Guys, I love you.
Hey, we're getting there.
We're getting there. Thanks. So, seriously, out of all honesty, I do appreciate everyone that joined us and contributed to making this complete colossal bomb of a show to turn into something great, and it was cool hanging out with Tony. We're what, 35 minutes away. We both have jobs and we're we don't get to hang out like we used to. So this was a lot of fun. So I appreciate you hanging out with me today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, a minute for sure. So we are going to be live again. I have not talked to Dale, so I'm assuming that he'll be back in action next week, but stay tuned. We Tony and I may have to have some communication here about doing one of our own things. So anyway, I appreciate you guys, everyone, and have a good night. Don't yeah, that's all. I don't know. This is weird. Just shut up.
Don't forget to go to Dave's Hot Chicken.
Listen, if you take anything away from this 2.5 hours conversation, Dave's Hot Chicken is the place to go. Did you catch that? Okay.
I don't think they heard it.
They have. It's probably all.
Well, I had a good time.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did, because now maybe we can really have a conversation about doing this more. So anyway, guys, thanks again. I appreciate it. I know I've been saying bye for the past hour and a half. I love you guys. Got to go. Bye.